Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is Real Talk here, and this is the Monopoly money video that I keep talking about. Okay, we're going to start off with, guess what? Monopoly money. The Monopoly money and the $1 bill are white. The Monopoly 5 and the $5 bill are pink. The Monopoly 10 and the Federal Reserve note are yellow. 20s green, 50s are blue, and the hundreds are gold. I mean, this is an old hundred. Where still was green, but because they didn't put the new hundred, but that new hundred with the bells and all that junk is actually gold. Okay. Uh, okay. So somebody else had figured this out too. Okay. Well, let's go see why we're saying what we're saying. Okay. Uh, Before the stock market crash in 1929. Uh, During the 1800s, a lot of people were digging for gold, especially here in San Francisco. You know, San Francisco and all the gold rush countries. They were all digging for gold, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let's read what this says. This certifies that there has been deposited in the Treasury of the United States of America $20 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. And then on the side it says gold certificate. This certificate is legal tender in the amount thereof in payment of all debts and dues, public and private. Okay, so instead of these dudes walking around with all these clunky gold in their pockets, they would take it to the treasuries, and then the treasury would issue a receipt. Okay, this is a receipt. This is a certificate. So it's an actual receipt. The actual real money was the gold certificate, and what they would give to the treasury was $20. So as soon as they took back the receipt, they can get their $20 of gold back. Okay. Now look at the new one. No more gold. So basically, the receipt part is still there, but now it's backed by nothing. It's backed by empty finger. So now they give you just an IOU. It's just a receipt. There's nothing back in it. It has no value. It's an IOU basically. They owe you $20. $20. Okay, let's see what the Treasury has to say about it. On the Treasury website, treasury.gov, if you type in, I think it's Federal Reserve, a legal tender status, that's what it is. It says right here, Federal Reserve notes are not redeemable in gold, silver, or any other commodity, and receive no backing by anything. This has been the case since 1933. Okay, there we go. 1933 was when they also issued birth certificates and social security numbers. So basically, they passed a couple of executive orders. There was an executive order 6108, I think. They passed the gold executive order and the silver executive order. So if you type in Google and you put executive order, silver confiscation, and gold confiscation, you'll get the executive orders. I can pull them up, but I'm not going to go through all the hassle. I don't feel like messing with that right now. The notes have no value for themselves. Receipts. They're worthless. Monopoly money. But for what they will buy. In another sense, because they are legal tender, Federal Reserve notes are backed by all the goods and services in the economy. Okay. So the scumbag United States, because I hate to say it like that, because they're supposed to represent us, but are they really? No, they're giving us IOU. So when you go labor, when you go put in them 40 hours, and they're cracking that corporate whip, and they're wanting you to backstab, and you got to meet production quotas and all that junk, they're going to give you an IOU. They're not even going to give you nothing worth money. Now, it's an IOU that you can take to the slave store because you are a slave to that Social Security number. Without that number, you can't do nothing. They made sure of that because the system we're in is a debt system. Okay. Let's go to 28 USC Code 3002, the definitions. And we're going to look under the definition. Okay. There's a couple other debtor. Means a person who is liable for a debt or against whom there is a claim for a debt. Okay, you know, they make everybody into debtors. But that's not what I'm going after. Here we go. 3002-15. United States mean a federal corporation. Okay, it doesn't say the United States of America. It says the United States. Sounds similar, but isn't. So when they say, here's Obama, he is the CEO of the machine or of the corporation, or they're telling us in the movies that it's a machine, he's the CEO of the corporation. They make references to the corporation, which is the United States, which is a company. It's no different than Microsoft, Walmart. Okay? Which leads me to some other stuff. I may get into it, but it might be kind of lengthy. But that's the basis of why I keep saying that it's monopoly money. It's all over the place. It's all in our face. Oh, and one final thing. Here we go. Okay, check this out. Okay. Constitution for the United States of America. I messed it up, but I'm sure it'll get it. Okay. Okay, this is the 1700s Constitution. And we're going to go to the archives. Let's go to the archives. It says of, but the okay, of means the phony baloney United States, and for means the real America. We the people of the United States. See? We the people of the United States, not we the people of the United States of America. Sounds just like the other one, but okay, there it is. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Okay, great. Now, Article 1, Section 10. Oh, let's find out what Article 1, Section 10 says. Ooh. Here we go. No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque and reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder ex post facto law and law impairing the obligation of contracts or grant any title of nobility. Now that sounds like a bunch of legal, lawful stuff that is pretty, if you got to look up every word so you can figure out what it is they're saying. But what I'm getting, the gist of it, is this part here. Coin money. Well, actually, it's emit bills of credit. What's a bill of credit? From my understanding, a bill of credit is a check. It's a check, a money order, like that. According to the Constitution for the United States of America, when they founded the country, they're not supposed to do that. No state shall enter in any treaty. Emit bill of credit. No state shall emit a bill of credit. So checks and money orders and all of that it's against the Constitution. It's unconstitutional. So all the bills that they're sending you in the mail are fraud. As soon as they make a bill and they put it in an envelope and they stick it into the mail, that's mail fraud. They're committing mail fraud. And when they sent it to you and you pick it up thinking it's yours because they've taught us at the slave school that when they call out the birth certificate name, you raise your hand and say, here, because the way they got it, okay, I'll take it, a little bit into the birth certificate, but let me finish this up. No state shall enter in any treaty, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, okay? So nothing can pay a debt other than a gold or silver coin. This is constitutional. This is by their own words. And by the way, the Illuminati is the one that set up the United States. A lot of those founding fathers were Freemasons. George Washington, Adams, Tola Bola, all those dudes. They're all Freemasons, and they think they were stupid, and we didn't know that that's what... I mean, at the time, we didn't know until all this stuff came out. But they're all Freemasons. So while they're writing this here, they're telling their slaves, go give me the Kool-Aid in the back room. You think that the black guys, they were writing all these words for the black guy that they had as a slave going around getting the Kool-Aid back there in the 1800s? You know I'm just being sarcastic. Declaration of Independence. Okay, let's see the Declaration of Independence. It says right from the bat. Okay. See what they're talking about in the Declaration of Independence. Let's see here. Okay. We hold the truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure the rights, governments are instituted among men. It doesn't say person, it doesn't say individual, taxpayer, student, child, parent, trust, estate, government subdivision, agency, a government. It doesn't say none of that. It says man, biblical, man. You didn't say U.S. citizen. There you go. Because you are a U.S. citizen, person, individual, all that other crap that they're trying to get you to say that you are, this doesn't apply to you. And you're volunteering to be all that junk. You're saying, yeah, are you a U.S. citizen? You mark yes. There you go, slave. No, you're a slave. You don't have no rights. You're a dumbass. Excuse me for using these vulgar words, but that's what they're saying. They're laughing at us. Yeah, you're a dumbass. No, he don't have no rights. Now they get to distribute the rights to you because you just opted to be a slave. You're a citizen. Slave. Okay. Birth certificate. California. Now this might be kind of weird. You know. Okay, let's see. Let's just pick one at random, okay? Pick up this one from Santa Barbara County. See what the image is. If the image looks good, it looks kind of ratty. Let's get a better quality. Let's get a better quality image one. Okay. Okay, let's view that image. Okay, she hit a bunch of her stuff. Monterey, California. All right. Okay, yeah, I need a like a higher resolution one. City of Los Angeles, 311. Yeah, the resolutions are not that good. Well, there we go. It's a nice one right here. Boom. Okay. State of Louisiana, birth certificate. If you look at 6D, is place of birth inside city limits. Okay, and this one it says city limits. On my, well, it's not mine, but the one I was issued, it says in place of birth inside corporate limits. So the actual city that I'm born in is a corporation. It's a corporation. It's okay. Then the signature of the tenant, the signature of the registrar. That dude is a judge. He has the same power as a judge. So he just signed this off when you're born because they forced they forced the social security number on your mother, and your mother doesn't know because she thinks she has, and they call your mother informant. See, I certify that the above statement information is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. Mother, parent, or other informant. See, parent. It doesn't say mother. It says parent. Child's last name, first name. This one actually puts the last name, first name, which is the correct way as a man. If it puts it first, middle, last, that's when you're dead. Now, all of this is speculation, so you guys might say, that's. But see, father of child, mother of child. You know, now because they play with these words. They go around and they play here. State registrar. This dude is So this already went to probate court. Now this is a whole different topic. That's it's hella big and long, and it's a pain in the butt that I'm not going to get into. But basically, this is a death certificate. This is a death certificate. On this particular one, they got it switched around, so each one is different. But let me see if I can find a different one. Because on the one that it was issued to my mother, to me, when I was born or birthed, actually I was extracted as collateral. Because what they're doing is they're using these birth certificates because this dude is a person. This dude right here is a person, and I'm going to show you right now. There you go, state of California. This was coming out of San Francisco. Okay. 1919. Okay, so this is an old school one. This one was before they did all the stuff in 33. But this is an actual bond. If you look at the birth certificate, it looks like money. It's on bond paper. Okay. Let's see, certificate of. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research all of this, get all the proofs instead of just because it's been a while since I actually went into all this junk. All this. There it is, Carrie Margaret Sylvia. Okay, when your name is in this format, first, middle, last, you're dead. Doesn't matter if it's all caps or not. Joseph John Waters, dead. They just killed them off. And the reason I say that is let's and usually when it's capitalized, that means dead, but they caught on to that now. So now they're saying, no, it doesn't mean that. Let's look at tombstone. See tomb. How do you spell tombstone? Tombstone. Yeah, I spelled the wrong tombstone. Yeah, that's Rest in peace. Game over. Insert name here. Bye. Some name here. He loves bacon. There you go. Anti-Troxel. See? It's all capitals when you die. Now there's a debate. Now they're saying, "Oh no, that's not what it means." Yes, that's exactly what it means. The birth certificates, they're killing you off, because if you look at now, they're not doing it. But if you look at all your bills, if you look at your license, if you look at anything that has the name, the person. Okay, we're gonna look at this last one, and then I'm gonna hop off this thing because I don't want to get into this because it gives me a headache. I know enough to. I know enough to throw up some ninja moves, and they come at me with all this garbage. But this is some heavy duty stuff, and it will give you a headache. It definitely gives me a headache. But I wanted to at least cover the money, which kind of led me over here. But okay, here we go. This is a whole separate monsters topic. Okay, money. Money means a medium of exchange currently authorized or adopted by a domestic or foreign government, which is a whole different topic. The term includes a monetary unit of account. See, it's an account. And what do we have at the PG&E? PG&E account. What do you have at the water? You have a water account. What do you have at Target? An account. What do you have over at the bank? An account. It's an account. Because we are the creditors of the United States. When it says full faith and credit, they're talking about us. They're talking about the labor of the people, which is us. But because you're volunteering to be a citizen, U.S. citizen, and okay, I'm gonna get to that person. Here it is, right here, person. Because you agree to be a person, then they're gonna get to flip it all around on you and mess you up. Person means individual, corporation, business trust, estate, trust, partnership, limited liability company, association, joint venture, government subdivision, agency, instrumentality, public corporation, or any other legal or commercial entity. Under the Declaration of Independence, we have the right. I just read it earlier. We have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, guess what? In the liberty part, liberty means let's look up what liberty means in a regular dictionary. Not this legal junk. Oh, and by the way, legal is for this person dude, that birth certificate cat. That's this guy that wants to be an individual U.S. citizen, all that junk. See here. Liberty. Oh, and what do they give you when you're at the Marines? They give them liberty. What do they give Army, Navy, Marines? They give them a liberty. Nation. So to all the guys that don't know about this, hopefully you'll learn something. And for all the guys that do, then you already know, so it's not a big deal. The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority or one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Okay, now this brings up the gay. Okay, so this brings up another topic that I shouldn't get into, but I'm going to get into it just real quick. I'm not going to stay on it too long. The state of being free within society, liberty. So you're free. We're free within society because there's billions of us roaming around the land, and okay, so that's our society. From oppressive restrictions. So we have the right of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness as long as you're a man. Doesn't say if you're a person, individual, blah, 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 blah. You gotta be a man. imposing authority on one's way of life. So that's the gays can probably come in and say, well, that's my way of life. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, it's your way of life. But actually, your way of life is causing harm to society because now you're trying to get us to come and pass all these laws, and what you're doing in private that should remain private, because whatever I'm doing with my wife, I'm not going to go out in public and start parading around and talking about what, if I was married and I had a wife, which I don't, but if I did, I wouldn't be going out in public and parading around telling everybody what we're doing. That's dumb. And the gay situation, that's a separate topic. It's too big to handle here. But here you go. And under liberty, we don't need a license. A license to drive. Let's see if I can pull up a ticket. Let's see. California. Ticket. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can find an image of a ticket. And then I'm gonna hop off this thing. Here we go. Here's a ticket. See here. See how big it is. Oh, it's too small. But there. here's the unilateral. Here's a unilateral contract. Usually a contract needs 2 signatures. But guess what? They come and get you to sign, and they don't sign nothing. And here you go. Commercial vehicle. They didn't even mark this one. He just wrote out the ticket and the dummy. This is a notice to appear. It's a misdemeanor. Notice to appear, which is criminal. It's traffic. And they're saying that you either have a commercial vehicle or a hazardous vehicle, but he didn't mark either one because they've been told not to now. But just there alone, if you're going from your house to the store and back, are you charging money? Are you charging anybody any money? Are you a taxi cab, a bus, a limo driver, a delivery driver? What? Are you driving like a truck and you're hauling like a U-Haul or something, or what? That is commercial. But you going into an automobile, not a vehicle. It's an automobile. You hop in your automobile and you drive over to the store and you buy yourself a 6-pack and some beer and beef jerky, whatever, and you come back home. There was no commerce there because you weren't earning any money. But under the vehicle codes of every state, it calls you a driver. That's why you're not a driver, you're a traveler. You have the right to travel free. Liberty. Okay, you're a traveler. And you have a right to travel within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority. So you're not supposed to have oppressive restrictions imposed by authority, which is what they're doing. And they've been doing this for so long and getting away with it. There you go. And that's the problem we keep having. Oh, and by the way, when you sign right here, if you sign your name the same way, the first, middle, last, you're signing as the dead dude. You're actually saying, "Oh yeah, that's me." And this is just a notice to appear. Plus, it's a unilateral contract where only you sign. Where's his signature at? This is a contract that they made with you and kind of force you to sign. Otherwise, they're going to go to jail. If you don't sign, you go to jail with all the threats. Okay? So where's his signature at? Once they get you to the phony baloney court, because it's not a constitutional court. It's an Article 1 kangaroo court. And only a man or a woman can go to an Article 3 court with an Article 3 judge that's going to try a constitutional case, and they gotta side with the Constitution. That's why when you go into these Humpy Dumpy courts, if you mention the Constitution one more time, I'll lock you up, and they throw you in jail because you're stupid enough to go. There's a way around this. You got 3 days to cancel this contract. That's one way. I mean, there's various ways to get rid of this junk. I mean, these tickets are easy. These false contracts are easy to get out of. There's various ways, and you need to look up on the internet if you're interested. Anyway, this will conclude the start of money. But this is just a legal, a legal thing I put together about money, how it's monopoly, how they're using the birth certificate to convince you that you're a person, individual, blah, 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 all that other stuff in the UCC codes. The UCC codes, the Uniform Commercial Code, which go worldwide. Those are the same laws that go all around the world. Here, Japan, India, Dubai, and all that. It's all same code. I don't know about Dubai, because some are Hague countries, others are not, but whatever. I don't know all the same as driver. See, call you a driver. That's why you got to say it's traveler. Plus he signed it, Philip, whatever. So he signed his first and last name. Oh, and it says registered owner. You're just a registered owner because they're the actual owner of the vehicle. Whatever property you think you own, as soon as you register it, you sign it over to the state. It's not how it's supposed to be, but they got all kind of tricks that they use to basically steal everything from you. And that's why there's so much problems that's why we're going through so much problems. That's why they're trying to get rid of the Constitution. They can I'm going to end with this. They can get rid of the Constitution all day long till the cows come home, but then how are they going to get rid of the Bible? They're doing it, but they can't get rid of God's laws. Because nobody's saying nothing. They're getting away with it. Okay, guys. That is my little spiel on the monopoly money. I hope that this was of some type of use to you guys. And just to let you know that there's a lot of it's fraud for days. I mean, for days. Once I started digging, and digging and digging, and that's why a lot of people are starting to learn. But remember, everything goes back to the Bible. The Bible is the law. If you stick to that Bible, you can get yourself out of anything if you know that Bible backwards and forwards. So not only are you going to study and see what Jesus Christ is trying to teach you, but even the Satanists, even the dudes in Washington, all the satanic people and witchcraft and all that junk that they keep saying, no, it's not true, yeah, whatever. They can't break those laws. They can't break biblical law, no matter what they do, because whether you know it or not, they made a pact with God. Satan has to run and ask God permission to do this, that, and the other, because he doesn't have just whatever. It looks like he's doing whatever, but no, it doesn't work that way. God says yay or nay. And if you're close to God and he comes to try to attack you, God's going to say, no, you leave him alone. Jesus Christ. Number one, son. Anyway, I hope this video will reach the right person at the right time, and hopefully you guys will lock into it and research some of the stuff that I showed you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so much more. But I covered several things: the birth certificate, the money, the liberty, and traveling, and us having liberty, and all of us have to be men under biblical law. Just remember that you're a man or a woman under biblical law. It's not even, you ain't worried about the Constitution. I'm protected by the Bible. Hello. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off this thing. So y'all take care, and I'll catch up with you next time. Stay up. God bless.